Welcome back to the Black Corner. This video is a three-part series that gathers the wisdom of Black professors whose work reshapes how we see history, identity, and justice. Their insights are not just academic, they are fuel for consciousness, courage, and change. Prepare to reflect, to rethink, and to rise. Let's go. 1. Black faces in high places do not equal black power. K.D. Andrews. This quote challenges the idea that representation alone equals liberation. Andrews argues that simply placing a few black individuals in prominent positions, in government, corporations, media, or leadership, does not change the structure of power itself. The presence of black individuals in positions of authority does not automatically translate into empowerment for black communities as a whole. Because a person can hold office or position, but still operate within systems built on inequality. True power comes from collective liberation, not individual success stories. The message: don't confuse visibility with victory. The goal is justice, not tokenism. 2. I take seriously my responsibility to play a part, no matter how big or small, in dismantling your colonial structures that seek to diminish the existence of people who look like me. This quote is a declaration of personal responsibility in the fight against colonialism and its lingering effects. Dr. Guantai is saying, colonial systems were designed to devalue, erase, and control people of African descent. Even though these systems still exist today in education, media, institutions, and global power dynamics, individuals have the power to challenge and undo them. Resistance can be small, daily, and personal because liberation is a collective project fueled by individual courage. The message, responsibility, is shared. The struggle belongs to all of us. Every voice, every effort, every contribution helps dismantle oppressive structures. 3. How, what, and who we celebrate reflects what and who we value, and how we celebrate our past reflects ultimately who we take ourselves to be today. Eddie Glaude Jr. is highlighting that celebration is not neutral, it reveals what a society honors and who it esteems. The heroes we uplift, the histories we teach, the cultural figures we honor, all tell us what we believe matters. The way we remember the past shapes how we see ourselves today, both as individuals and as a society. Celebrating a distorted or incomplete past leads to a distorted sense of self in the present. The message, who you uplift influences who you become. So choose your heroes consciously, they can shape your identity. 4. We are surrounded by racial inequity, as visible as the law, as hidden as our private thoughts. This quote captures the dual nature of racism. It is both public and private, structural and psychological. Some forms of racism are obvious: discriminatory laws, unequal policing, disparities in health or education. Others are invisible, living in biases, assumptions, fears, and habits hidden within individuals. To confront racism effectively, we must address both the external systems and the internal attitudes. The message: awareness is power. You can't fight what you can't see. Recognizing both visible and invisible racism is the first step toward change. 5. In America, there is institutional racism that we all inherit and participate in, like breathing the air in this room, and we have to become sensitive to it. Henry Louis Gates Jr. is saying that racism is systemic, not just personal, because it is woven into the very structure of society. People inherit it simply by living in that society. Many participate in it unconsciously, even if they don't consider themselves racist. It is as naturalized and unnoticed as breathing air, always present, often invisible. The message: normalize noticing injustice, not ignoring it. Sensitivity is strength, not weakness. 6. To never think about race means that it doesn't really shape your life, or more specifically, the race that you have is not a burden to you. Crenshaw highlights a profound point about privilege and burden. She explains that the ability to not think about race is itself a form of privilege. If race never crosses your mind, it is because society does not disadvantage you for it. For many people of color, race is a constant factor in safety, opportunities, treatment, stereotypes, and access. The burden of thinking about race comes from the burden of racism itself. The message, empathy, begins with recognizing that others move through the world differently than you. Understanding this builds solidarity. As we close, the words of these Black professors remind us that knowledge is not passive, it is a force. Their voices expose the truth, confront injustice, and challenge us to imagine a world worthy of our humanity. Every insight they shared is a spark, and what we do with that spark determines the future we build. Until next time, stay inspired.